But again, if you're a writer right now, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. And again, because much like this place, you're going to a job either that you don't like or that you love, fucking writing fucking for this false fucking narrative. And I love that you're unemployed. Let me tell you, if you were writing right now for all these late night shows, if you were writing for all these woke fucking network shows and you love doing it because you think you were fucking fighting the good fight, I'm thrilled that you're out of work. And if you were writing for these shows, fucking secretly loving Trump and wishing we lived in a democracy again, if you were, and you were selling yourself out, then I'm happy for you because this is the best thing in the world for you. That's what I think about this, okay? Gary, you never told me. Steve, you never told me your thoughts on the writer's strike. I don't care.
Well.
What?
I think it's a good thing.
What? All right. Do you? So you really don't?
No, I told you. I think it never ends.
Yeah.
I think. Yes. Woo!
Steve,
the TriCaster turned off.
Hey, Steve, is something wrong with the TriCaster?
I can't. Gino's background's black.
Hey, Steve, what's going on with the TriCaster?
Hey, guys, I'm doing such a good job. I don't think we need to worry about it. Should I just unplug everything and throw it out the fucking window?
No.
You think that would fix it?
Wouldn't it be?
If I hit a construction worker in the head with this fucking thing, you think that would make it better?
Yeah, because he'd be like, first an abacus, now a TriCaster. He would literally say that. It's like, I could see an abacus, but why a $10,000 9.5-year-old TriCaster? I'll tell you why. Tell you why, to make Steve happy. So we're on, right?
Yeah, it's just, you're up. Like, they can see you.
How do I look? Let me say this. So again, if you have a gig like that, where you're, so anyway, Gary, you'll appreciate this. This is what led to a spirited discussion that Steve would enjoy if he weren't trying to land this TriCaster with bubble gum and toothpicks.
Does that spirited discussion, does that need fight?
It may have sounded like that. But I said, and she looked at me like I was crazy. I said, she said it was the fault of, she said, I think they are underpaid. Because, you've got the faces of everything, like Kimmel and Fallon and Myers and Cordrin and Colbert, and they're getting millions upon millions of dollars for the stuff they're writing. And I said, sure. I said, sure, if you believe that. But I said, they're the ones writing it, and they're the low men on the totem pole, and they fucking don't have to do any work because everything they write is read by fucking the guy that fucking, did the work to get there. And then they speak with an applause sign behind them. So they're overpaid because they could fucking write anything and they can literally write. This is what they got underpaid for writing for Stephen Colbert. The president was arrested today. And then it said, make smug face. Whoever wrote make smug face in parentheses, they fucking are over fucking paid. Because then all the audience did was look at the sign that said applause, and they did like absolute monkeys.
But your argument's assuming the only writers on strike are the 20 writers for late night talk shows.
No, it's not. Because I just said earlier, all the people writing for fucking these woke shows, fuck them. Yeah. And I said the real fucking people, we talked yesterday with Brett about this, okay? And feel free to call in, people. It'll be fun to chat. 877-962-6846. Can they see that at the Cryon, or we don't have the Cryon?
Fucking Steve won't put it up.
Sorry. So, we talked about this. The fucking writers, for these TV shows, fuck them. But you look at guys like Brett, who's doing a play, and there's no writers. The writers are the people in the cast.
Gutfeld has to be in the Writers Guild, no?
I don't know.
Is he a scab?
I don't know, but I know Gutfeld and all the people that do the show write their own shit.
What would your guess be?
What's that?
What would your guess be? He would have to be, right? He's a writer.
Who?
Gutfeld.
I don't know. That's something Bill would know.
Well, what would you think he is or no? I would think he is.
I would think he is, but I would think he doesn't care. Because
I know, but
He doesn't have to cross.
But you're in a union. You can't just like say I don't care and.
Well, it seems like he is.
Yeah, so maybe he's not in it. I don't know.
And also, if he thinks like you do, and you're a pretty smart man, you're a fart smeller and a smart fella. If he thinks like you do, he's like, I don't give a fuck about crossing the line because this strike isn't fucking ending anytime soon. So I was talking with Keanu, and I said, all these writers, I think they're overpaid. They're underpaid if you look at it like, look at how much this guy makes just for writing their stuff. Fuck them. Fuck them, because if they realize sooner that the game has changed and no matter how much work they do, they're not going to get. Like maybe they have a 1 in 1,000 chance of being the guy they're writing for, but the model has changed and that's gotten a lot harder. So fuck them for being stupid, stubborn, and trying to fucking fit into a fucking system that is breaking down. And yet they write. And she said it's not their fault. And you know what I said? I compared them to Hitler's soldiers. I said basically. That's what, hey, well, we're getting there. I said, basically, what Hitler's soldiers did is the same as them. And Keanu said I was crazy. Is it a crazy comparison to say, fucking, if you want to call these guys that are the mouthpieces of them, you know, Myers and Colbert, like fucking Hitler, I would say these are the fucking guys that joined the SS like, well, I don't like killing Jews. And we know that's not true. I don't like fucking throwing babies into ovens. Who doesn't? I don't like it, but maybe something better will come along. That's literally what those guys were saying. And Keanu said I was insane. Garrett, who's right here?
You're always right, buddy.
Good.
Why don't you tell Keanu? Call her up and tell her you were right.
She won't answer it right now. She's working.
After you hang up.
Hold on. Recent. Here we go. You think I won't do it? Watch this. She won't answer, though. Oh, I can't wait to see the look on her face. Oh, wait, I can't. Damn it. Hey! I know that guy.
Hello?
Hey, what are you doing, baby?
Just working my fingers to the bone.
Well,
What?
to the Bonely fans, well, just sitting here having a chat with your friend Garrett, your buddy Garrett. And I told him the writers.
You sound like you're gloating already. You already sound like you're gloating. And I'm not doing the Nazi thing. It's ridiculous. If anybody, it's a ridiculous comparison, and it angers me if they don't have my back on it. So.
What makes you think I was bringing up the Nazi conversation? We're having a nice dinner. This is how great Keanu is. We're having a nice dinner in a really ritzy restaurant that she used to work at.
I hate when you use the word ritzy. You know how that bothers me.
I didn't know ritzy bothered you.
That's because you don't listen.
All right. Anyway, I asked.
Got a list of things bothering her, by the way. You don't listen.
Okay.
You say ritzy, and you bring up this conversation in a restaurant.
Okay.
Keeping a tab going.
You sound like trailer trash when you say ritzy.
Oh,
ritzy.
Right.
No.
Well, who cares what you think? You're a pathological liar, Keanu.
I'm not. How dare you?
So I brought up the Nazi. I like that. I go, remember that Nazi conversation we had at that really nice restaurant?
There
Remember?
you go.
Well, I brought it up to Garrett, and Garrett, tell her what you said.
Geno was right.
Tell her why.
I wasn't really listening, but he wanted me to say he was right, so I said he was right, so he'd move on.
Thank you. I'm glad you weren't listening because your quality of life is better that you didn't listen to the conversation that we had. But just know, Garrett, I am right. The comparison that was made was absolutely ridiculous.
What was the ridiculous comparison? Tell them.
He compared the writers that are striking in the writer's strike, because he's obsessed with this right now, to the soldiers in Nazi Germany. He said they're just as bad. And I said, I want you to go to work tomorrow, and I want you to ask Garrett and Steve about that.
Yeah.
And he was incensed. And I just felt that it was a ridiculous, heinous. You're not making a point. You're making yourself sound like a moron in this ritzy restaurant, no less.
Ritzy restaurant. I see what you did, you cunt. I see it.
I love you. I'm just teasing. But it is a ridiculous comparison.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to work, baby.
Okay, let Garrett go back to sleep.
All right.
I love you.
Bye. All right, so we'll agree to disagree. We'll call it a tie. Call it a tie.